of course, when Thailand turned in part from an agricultural nation to a more industrialised nation, we didn't have enough workers who were qualified, low skill that is, to work with us. Obviously the migrant input increased. We have a number of countries around our borders and a number of those people are looking for positions. So it's said that we have 2.5, 3 million both legal and illegal migrant workers in Thailand. One has to worry about their rights and one has to also concern themselves about health issues. So on this coming 18th of December, we're going to actually hear from the health and rights of migrant workers at the crossroads, nationality verification. These people need to have a nationality change, I would say. Raksthai Foundation has been very much involved in this project, continues to be so, and it sure has an uphill task. So we thought we'd take the opportunity to talk to the Executive Director, Mr.Promboon Panichpakdi. Hello, nice to see you.
Nice.
Now, when we talk about the numbers that are here legally and illegally,
right,
we're talking about 2.5 to 3 million. How many here legally?
This year there's been, the government has opened for new registration. So we have a larger number than normal, and that's about a little bit over 1 million migrants who have gone into the process. All of them should be above the age of 15 and have documented, temporary documented.
Now, are these also, they're not refugees?
They're not refugees. They're here economic work, to work in factories and fisheries. And
are they coming into the country legally or illegally?
I would say 99% are illegally entering the country. We have borders with these 3 countries.
That's Burma, Laos and Cambodia.
Yes, and this is where the main source of migrants come. Actually 80% of the migrants are from Burma.
Are they?
And about 10% each from the other 2 countries.
So the Burmese that are working here, it would be, if we're talking about 2.5 million, you know, that's a big number of Burmese here. How do you, we're talking about this event on the 18th of December at Lewis Tavern Hotel, but how do you look after the 1.5 illegal workers? I mean, how do you get them some form of nationality?
Well, there's several things that we see happening. You know, NGOs, many NGOs, including Raksthai Foundation, we have always been promoting the government to open more widely for new registration. Even as of last year, the number of registered migrants was only 300,000. So this year has gone up from 300,000 to 1 million. Now, if we think that 2.5 million migrants in Thailand are obviously working, they're not another million just staying idly. So somebody is recruiting them. So the government has to really work into the system where all the 2 million or whatever number is really needed by the economy to come to surface through registration process.
That means that then we don't have people being corrupt and those people who are exposing these people are actually using them and taking a lot of money from them.
There's a lot of abuse, violations happening, trafficking happening, child labor, and the best way is to make it open and make a process where people can transparent, people can be involved and see what's happening. You
know, there are pros and cons on that from the government perspective.
Right.
What's Raksthai Foundation's position in why they should make it legal, the government?
Well, we think primarily we started off in this program 5 years ago on health promotion, and particularly HIV, because AIDS has no borders, as we all know. So our program started with we seeing migrants coming in, working on particularly fishing boats, and you could see that the behavior is way to being out in sea, coming back to the shore, large male population, and then visiting karaoke would lead to unsafe sex. So we were involved in health promotion, giving out condoms and giving information. We quickly saw that this was more a human rights issue. Many people were in great need. There were cases happening. People could be injured during their occupation and there would be no care for. So with the Ministry of Public Health, we have been promoting that their health system set for all migrants, regardless to whether they're documented or undocumented.
So every migrant worker that's employed in this country has the right to free health?
This is technically, it's not that easy, because what the Ministry of Public Health has been informed that by the ethics of a medical practitioner, they must treat everybody. And the Thai medical practitioner is under those ethics. So somebody coming to the hospital, they can't say, no, you're undocumented, you don't have any health insurance, you just send back. Some kind of treatment has to be provided.
But you're saying it's not enough?
It's not certainly not enough. But what we see in hospitals, many hospitals who are doing that practice are actually losing a lot of money. At the same time,
that's true, actually.
When the migrants become documented, they have to pay health insurance, 1,300 baht per person per year.
So the ones that are legal have no problem. They get a benefit, if you like, because they're allowed to 1,300 a year. But the illegal still have a problem.
They still have a problem. But look at the hospital side. The hospital will lose less if the more who are documented, more that are legal. So it's an automatic incentive for the hospital, many of the government offices, to say, let's open up more broadly for more migrants to come to the system.
Do we have enough doctors to cope? Because already we're having difficulties now in the government hospitals around the country.
Well, migrant populations are in the working age. So the number of
younger rather than older.
Maybe more injuries, and that's because also the unsafe working conditions. But you don't find a lot of children. There are children, but it's not the same as the general population or the older population. So they're very healthy, and we think they actually underutilize the amount of money they pay for as a gross number.
Right, and you're able to have research to support that, I suppose.
Yes, we have. We know that in hospitals where there are a large number of migrants being documented, they don't face a loss. It's only when there are small numbers that are registered that they have losses.
Thank you very much, Promboon, for joining us, and we hope you'll give us an update of what actually happened at the meeting and what are the next steps we can take.
I'd certainly be happy to.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We're now going to go to Smart Living with Krung Thai AXA Life Insurance. Stay tuned.